Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is David Palmer, the Leo King, and we are here live for Spiritual Dance Music for this January 21st of 2019. Thanks so much for being here, and thanks for being part of all the support when it comes to everything about consciousness, spirituality, astrology, and bringing it all to the new age we're in. Thanks so much for being here, and I just want to say we are here for this total lunar eclipse full moon in Leo. You know, this is a very interesting full moon, and I'm sure everybody can feel it, and especially this eclipse cycle that has finally ended. Since the summer of 2016, we've had eclipses in Leo and Aquarius. This was the last one. And the last time we had eclipses like this with the North Node in Leo, which is now actually in Cancer, but the last time we went through this cycle was in 98 through 2000. So, you know, you got to kind of look back at your life and see, just look at that last, 18 to 19 years of your life and go, wow, you've kind of come back full circle. I mean, I really talked about it in another live show recently, that the last 9 years has been this weird expedition through the universe, and man, oh man, oh man, here we are coming back to our real heart, our real self, and it's about bringing that back now, bringing that back as like the kid inside of you, and really starting to, get into that groove again. But, there's so many big things in the universe during this moment. We got Jupiter-Venus conjunct, trining over to Mars. Mars come off Saturn. We've got this full moon in Leo making great grand trines to this aspect. This is a big fire time to really go forward. But with this North Node in Cancer and all this Capricorn, I think there's this balance between big achievements, of course, to whether you call that save the world or change the world as a light worker, and still but needing to also at the same time, you're going to need some foundational elements. You're going to need a team. You're going to need, whether you call that family. I think there's a new definition of family coming. And so I think that there's a lot of this big shifts that are teaching us balance now, that we can go for big. And I know that all this Capricorn can be wanting to achieve the biggest things in the world, but you got to also know how to take care of yourself to be able to do that. And with a full moon in Leo, of course, we all want to be like, woo, let's do this. And I think that we can't forget to hold that heart, though, either. But the sun is in Aquarius now, and this sun in Aquarius is asking for us to really, I think, look at our futures much differently. What pieces are coming together, which pieces are not. And when we start to look at how all the puzzle pieces are coming together with people and groups and society and how we're integrating all this stuff, it's pretty big right now. But it's important to align people that have the same heart space, that are in the same zone. It doesn't mean that if some people are not, that they're not on the team of light or they're not on the team of this world. This isn't about, kind of separation of people. But I think that this is definitely more about just everybody aligning in the same areas, in the teams. I mean, think of it like a dodgeball match, and finding your best friends and going to play dodgeball. It's a harmless, fun game, and it becomes a lot of fun. And sometimes you want to be on that side with those people, and sometimes you want to go against those people. Sometimes it's even more fun to go against other people in that dodgeball fun match, but still, there's still a common denominator in all this. And I think that's a big and important part through everything that's going on right now. So if you've never watched this show, we are actually live. We are live doing this. We actually do the DJing live like I do. And we actually do the whole thing live. And we actually pull tarot cards after this. We talk about the astrology, and then we pray, and then we put this all into a live house music mix. And so I'm actually here, putting this thing out on all these groups and sharing it on Facebook. So if you could help me out and share this thing right now, if you're watching this on YouTube, share it out there. And I'd really appreciate it. It was kind of a crazy day for me, I'll be honest with you. Lots going on in my life. We're all going through it, though. I just want to say that. We are all going through it. But I am going to be here in the chat room. So if you just give me a second, I want to get in the chat room with everyone here. Let me get up on here. All right. Got some peeps up in here. I want to give a shout out to everybody that supported me, especially today, watching my astrology segment on the Steve Harvey TV show on NBC. And I want to give a big shout out to Steve Harvey for having me on his show. And just, it was a really, really powerful moment today. A little bit surreal, that for me, I think, and then if you look at the astrology too, it's like really, my main goal is to get astrology out as far as I can, to as many people as I can. And I don't care how I have to put it out there, everything, whether we talk about dating or if we're going to go into the evolution of, Pluto-Saturn cycles and, history or wherever we go, or, we talk about ages. I don't care as long as it's getting out there to people in every place that I can. And I just have to, really, say thank you to all of you that support me and watch me, because I don't get to these places without your support. And that support's just love. And I appreciate it so much. And just sharing that love everywhere else. We're all in this together. We're all doing this, and I just really appreciate it. I think it's important for this lunar eclipse for people. If I can give one word of, my most powerful advice through this time, this is a closure. And this closure brings about a whole new story in front of us. And, with Venus and Jupiter that are conjuncting, it's awesome. It's exciting. But with the square to Neptune, there is a lot of fog. There is some fears that come up because there becomes doubt. There becomes sensitivities. There becomes the past that gets brought up. There becomes guilty feelings. There becomes a lot of these things. But I think with the trine to Mars, we have the confidence to go through this. So this is a very rare closure to where actually we can close stories that maybe seemed impossible to close, or whether you want to call that past life stories that maybe were impossible to close, or past life karmic situations that, you would thought would never close. I mean, honestly, there's like a lot of this that's finally the universe is showing up. We got all these big planets in dignity and their home signs. I mean, there's a lot of here going down. And so if you accept that closure and deep in your heart, you go, you know what? There's a lot of closure right now. You know what? I understand that, and I get it. I'm gonna allow those things to close. It's gonna help you out tremendously. I can't stress that one enough. Tremendously. And so, definitely don't fear any of that stuff. Like, don't fear this big, awesome new story developing. Don't fear anything right now, because this is truly an amazing moment in your life. It can feel scary. It can feel really sensitive. But with that sensitivity comes your courage by facing it and having extreme faith in the universe, I think that we could become scared, and that's normal. But I think that this is a time where we have the courage to get through those fears more than ever right now. And it helps us out a lot. And this lunar eclipse in Leo is about courage. And even the sun in Aquarius brings courage too. But it has to bring courage when it intellectually starts to put the pieces together. And so start using that big intuition. Start using that higher logical spiritual form. That's what Aquarius is. Higher dimensional logic. And with Mercury right now, that's on the South Node, this is about environments changing that are going to take us to our quest. But an old environment and an old quest ending too. And so that could be a little scary, or if people are still hanging on the fence right now at this point, after the eclipse and after these big alignments with Mars and Saturn and the square, and then Mars and Jupiter, Venus conjunct, and this lunar eclipse. And with Chiron finishing in Pisces in less than 30 days, there's not much more, I've been saying it, like the time is kind of up, and what I mean by that is just, if you're still like freaking out about a situation that you're unsure of, like the answer's already there. Like, it's in front of you. Look right in front of you in your life. Literally. For me right now, literally, I'm looking at you and you're looking at me. And so we're both exchanging that message, if that makes sense. And, I'm doing what I feel divinely is called, and you're probably doing what you're divinely is called too. But when you leave this message today and you leave this awesome dance party we're going to have and this celebration, because this is important. Even though I think the lunar eclipse, I've been talking to a lot of people today, they haven't been feeling this awesome Jupiter-Venus energy. They have not been feeling this Mars. there is this, Saturn-Jupiter element of life. You have to remember, Saturn's in Capricorn, Jupiter's in Sag, so it's super high-low. It's super really big and then constrictive, And so there's going to be moments where it just feels like crushed, and then moments of, yeah, woo! So, no, you don't need to take some bipolar medicine right now or anything like that, but, I think it's understanding there's going to be moments when you get to those constricting moments, it's going to be like, okay, I know it's going to go back to that Jupiter expansion again. And maybe the universe is having me look at things on my path right now and what needs to change that's causing that weird or hard feeling. And choices that need to be made that may be about things that you're not willing to step up and own anymore, or grow up into. That's a big part of it too. So let's go into the cards real quick. I'm going to throw you guys a quick track for just like the minute that I shuffle. Yo, we are back. We're about to do that live tarot mix. I want to let everybody know this amazing man today came by, human design guy, and he gave me a gift. Waterloo Sparkling Water Lime. I know you all know I drink Sprite. I get a lot of big backlash for drinking GMOs. His name is Dylan, and he is another manifesting generator like me. And he hooked me up, and I actually, for the first time, was like, because I'll be honest, most sparkling waters I think is just like crap. I just am like, literally, this one is bomb. It tastes good. So, we will convert slowly, and I will use the Capricorn energy to convert slowly into this one instead of just bum rush into it. Because I have a delicious, ready for me, lemon lime soda ready at my beck and call. So, but I am converting. I told everybody on this week's Deep Astrology I was converting, and I am converting. So, starting to go down. All right, let's do these tarot cards. I just did a big shuffle. And if you never watched the show, this will help us define the mix. Although I want to say one thing before we go into this. Leo and Aquarius is dramatic as hell. Number 2, Uranus was in square to this lunar eclipse. And I was thinking about that while I was shuffling. This is neurotic and wild and crazy, and man, it's up and down. So I got a feeling, and I picked all new tracks for tonight, and, you know, I was kind of feeling some groovy stuff, and then I was going to some extreme stuff, and then I kind of was like, wait, this is going to be a little bit of a crazy mix. I'm not going to play Transo tonight or anything like that, but it's going to be a little bit all over and pretty intense. I already feel it, and I think the cards are going to be intense too, so let's see. First card that we got for this Lunar Eclipse in Leo is a 3 of Coins, a reverse, a 3 of Pentacles reverse. Most people know what is that, and this is definitely where I think it's important for us now to realize we're leaving a lot of old situations of projects and, you know, the things that we've been manifesting in our life that are over now, and trying to find new people, new circumstances, and new projects that are going to work. Maybe some projects have been delayed too, but I feel that we are going to get out of a lot of these delays. I think that we've been dealing with a lot more personal stuff and not really been able to like fully immerse ourselves in the job. You might think when you watch me pull this off, these shows, and go on Steve Harvey and do a horoscope every day and, you know, pull deep astrology up, like there's so many other projects I have right now that I have to like light, and that there's been personal stuff going on, and there's also been, and I think everybody can resonate this with, like, there's still a lot of other little pieces that are coming together, right? And so I think it's important when the 3 of Coins reverse shows up, it's like, don't freak out that you're not at full capacity on your best project of your life and doing it all, and everybody's there that is all part of it. Right now we're at a moment of that shifting. We got the Knight of Wands upright, one of my favorite cards. We are rushing into happiness and love. So we are rushing into a place that we can truly find that great energy again, our soul's quest of our heart, our fun. This is one of the funnest cards, although it is a knight, so knights do wear armor. And I think that I always look at the Knight of Wands as kind of the traditional Sleeping Beauty knight, you know, story to go rescue the damsel in distress kind of energy, but with love, the one that she'll actually wake up for, because there are some knights out there that'll rush to go get it, but I don't know if they would really want to wake up, or maybe they pretend like they didn't wake up, like they get kissed and like, nope. So I think that there's an aspect of this being really good and really positive and exciting energy, and you know, we have to find that excitement, even though when things really kind of are turning in new directions, new people, new situations, new projects. Like, I think that, you know, this Knight of Wands is reminding us this is a great time to go have fun. Sure, we have our armor on a little bit because we're unsure, but you know what? That's what makes it fun. You know, I race jet skis. I wear armor. I have to wear a helmet. I love jet skiing. 75 miles an hour around a turn is fucking insanely fun. But flying off at 75 miles an hour has hurt my... I was in the hospital this time last year, if y'all don't remember, with my hands. I couldn't move my hands for 3 days. I couldn't feel my hands for 3 days from how hard I hit the water. And I cracked a rib last year. So, trust me, armor's important sometimes, even when we're going out there and having fun. And I think the armor that we need to wear is like the armor of love, but I think that at the same time, it's like, we're going into some big, intense situations and changes, so having a little armor is okay, and don't feel weird about wearing that armor. Our challenge card we got is the Page of Wands reverse. So the challenge, I think, is that, you know, gosh, to have the Knight of Wands after the Page of Wands reverse is kind of weird. I think the challenge is that we continually in our minds, we continually are looking at things that maybe we want it to be a different way, or maybe we want to hear things better, or maybe we just want only good news about things only. And I think that the challenge is really realizing that you do have great news in front of you. Like, it's all leading towards the right place. I think that Page of Wands reversed just in a challenge position is always like, what do you mean this isn't good news? Everything is great news. I think that leaving an old chapter and moving into a new one is kind of hard, because it's almost like, you know, we're expecting things to look differently than they really are, and I think that that's a problem, and then we don't become happy if they don't turn out that way. It's like, hello, like, it's actually going exactly the way it's meant to be. If you look beyond the way that your own heart wants the message to look, for a moment, you can embrace a deeper heart in that way. Our overall card we got is the Judgment reversed. So overall, I think that this moment is the calling for everyone and whether they make the leap towards the calling of the universe or not. And I think that this is difficult because really, I think that this eclipse and where we've been at, the Three of Coins, Knight of Wands, Page of Wands reversed, and then have these this other, reversal of the Judgment reverse. I mean, it really says, number one, you can't judge yourself first. Okay? Judging yourself right now about the situations you're in, or that you've left, or that you're changing, or whatever, or where you're at just in your life and where you want to be, it's not going to be a fun thing. So, but also, you can't be on the great calling that the Judgment card requires if you are in that place of judgment, because the judgment comes from a higher place, not here with you. The universe knows. The universe pays the judgment in how you react, not yourself. And so, you can ask for forgiveness now too, with the universe, with God, at all times. I think that's a reminder, is maybe we're not asking for forgiveness and then we're not forgiving ourselves. And we have to ask for forgiveness from a higher power before we can forgive ourselves first. That's my belief, at least. That's how I read this card. That's how I read life. Because once we've known that you and the universe and God and your angels and everybody, you're on the same page, and release that past and release what's happened and ready to move on, you can release that in yourself. And the last card, our spiritual advice, is the King of Wands. Man, we got 3 wands. Knight, Page, and King. We got the whole kingdom here for a Leo eclipse, total Leo lunar eclipse full moon. And, I think it's interesting because the spiritual advice is go own that kingdom. Go be that Leo. Go shine bright. But a kingdom needs a foundation. A kingdom needs a lot of the right energy and the right people, or the kingdom will fall. It's how Game of Thrones is coming out in April. It's kind of like, we don't want that to happen. We don't want kingdoms and constantly going through craziness and all that stuff. So that was a tarot reading. We're going to go into, before we do this prayer, I do want to bring up one thing. We now have on the leoking.com apparel. We finally just brought it out. And we did, and Craig, I don't even want to say we. I got to give all the credit to Craig that's back behind here, because he designed all these. He's been in fashion for a long time, designing shirts and different clothes, and worked for huge companies. And I was like, dude, this is all you. He is amazing. He has created 12 zodiac sign shirts for men and women. You can get them in all different colors, different sizes, and they're all awesome. And I had a little input. I said, I want the planet of each sign in the zodiac, sign. So Aries has Mars in it and so forth. So it's an awesome, cool shirt. And then we have the traditional, if you just want to rep some OG Leo King, illuminating the collective consciousness, we got some of those shirts on there too. So just go to leoking.com, click on the store, and or in the tab on store, and you'll see apparel. Just click that, it'll go right to the store. So truly appreciate everybody supporting us on that. And then tomorrow, look out, because I'm going to be putting up the February webinar. Pre-register, and you get that early bird rate. I'll be putting that up on leoking.com tomorrow. Let's go into that prayer now. I'm asking the universe to come in right now, the guides, God, and all of the angels to help us through this moment of transition. We know that we are finally here to move into a new story, and to close chapters, and to help us release, Lord, and all of our guides and angels. Help us release our judgment of ourselves. Help us please release so much of the weird feelings that we have about being ourselves. The weird feelings we have about stepping back into our true passion, our true light. Please have us be blessed by your amazing light and your amazing love and all of the love that you give, Creator, because we want to emit that back to you and back to the world and back to a harmonious balance of love, to a harmonious balance of true love, which is a two-way street. And we know that you emit it non-stop. And we know as the souls that we are, that we go through our ups and downs with that. And I'm asking, Lord, for you to help us, to give us that even more extra love, that extra courage to get us back into our true self, to do our greatest work in the world, to not only give you back that love, to reconnect the universe at the right place on a global and a universal and a multiverse scale, but to help us step into our crown jewel of our heart, which we know that you are the one that gives us that, and you are the one that gives us that beautiful love always. And help us wear that love that you give us and shine it to others and to help others and to be immersed in who we truly are and not feel bad about issues and situations that are not of that same light no more, that are no longer serving because those stories have ended. And as time changes, we understand universe and we understand creator, that we understand that those changes are here, and we are here for you to step forward with no ego, with true openness, and with true excitement for the adventure that you are bestowing in front of us right now in our lives. And for those that have not fully stepped in yet, Lord, I ask you to help them tonight, because I know that this is the moment now. I ask you to help them make their choices now, to give them the courage to leave the situations, to get out of things that do not feel in alignment of the real home, the real mission, and the real heart in which they know they are not connected with. And I ask you to give them that courage. Amen. We're going to have a great time tonight. So if you've never been on the show, definitely get up on some speakers, get up on some headphones, something. Computer speakers ain't gonna be the bomb, especially I go full high output on this show. So let's have a great time. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all your support. Please spread this, because it's all about, all of us getting together and all of us sending the ceremony and the love out. The mix could go anywhere, literally. So gonna be a good time. Looking forward to it. Thanks so much. Spread the message, and let's get into this mix.
Sweet dreams are made of this. Who am I to disagree? I travel the world and the seven seas. Everybody's looking for something. Some of them want to use you. Some of them wanna get used by you. Some of them wanna abuse you. Some of them want to be abused. Hold your head up. Keep your head up, moving on. Hold your head up. Keep your head up, moving on. Hold your head up. Keep your head up, moving on. Hold your head up. Keep your head up, moving on, moving on, moving on, moving on, moving on, moving on,
could live forever. Back to being a data center. Yeah, I could give you a private show. Yeah, we can make some videos. Yeah, you and I can live forever. Yeah, back to being a data center. Yeah, I could give you a private show. Private show. Private show. Private show. The private show. You and I. could live forever.
Like want you down. I make this feel like this. I want you down. I make this feel like this. I want you down. I make this feel like this. I want you down. I make this feel like. I want you. I want you down. I want you down. I want you. I want you down. I want you down. I want you. I want you down. I want you feel like this. I want you down. I make this feel like this. I want you down. I make this feel like this. I want you down. I make this feel like. I want you down. I make this feel like. I want you down. I make this feel like. I want you down. I make this feel like. I want you down. I make this feel like. make my way to the city light.
Gonna take it back.
Where my heart can beat with the nightlight. Where are we going? Where are we going?
And Jack had a groove, and from this groove came the grooves of all grooves. And while one day Victor was going down on the spot,
part the favors. Find me in the party with the ravers. We're bad ones with bad behavior. We're not the good ones, we're the bad ones. Find me in the party with the ravers, doing all the part the favors. Pop it them like lifesavers. We're bad ones with bad behaviors. Find me in the party with the ravers, popping all the party favors, doing them like lifesavers. Hoping that them like lifesavers. Me in the party with the ravers, doing all the part the favors. With them like lifesavers, we're bad ones with bad behaviors. Me in the party with the ravers, popping all the party favors, doing them like lifesavers. Hoping that the night lifesavers. We're bad ones with bad behaviors. We're bad ones. We all get that white card. I'm sorry if you came looking for some good ones. We came to get them, be bad and have fun. Here I go now. Find me in the party with the ravers, doing all the part the favors. Popping them like lifesavers. We're bad ones with bad behaviors. Find me in the party with the ravers, popping all the party favors, doing them like lifesavers. Hoping that the night lifesavers. We're bad ones with bad behaviors. We're bad ones. Find me in the party with the ravers, doing all the part the favors. Popping them like lifesavers. We're bad ones with bad behaviors. Find me in the party with the ravers. Find me in the party with the ravers. Find me in the party with the ravers. Popping all the party favors. Find me in the party with the ravers. Popping all the party favors. Find me in the party with the ravers. Popping all the party favors. Find me in the party with the ravers. Popping all the party favors. Find me in the party with the ravers. Popping all the party favors. Find me in the party with the ravers. Popping all the party favors. Find me in the party with the ravers. Popping all the party favors. Find me in the party with the ravers. Popping all the party favors. Find me in the party with the ravers. Popping all the party favors. Find me in the party with the ravers.
Your body, everybody wants your body, so let's check. Let's check. I I want your body, everybody wants your body, so let's jack. Come on, come jack, 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 jack,
No, I don't think I can push it out.
we're staying in the past, and I can't go back. I can only remember. I'm supposed to go on with my life, but I can't deny that I just want to see you back. We became in strangers. I don't know how. Let me see your faces one more time, kiss you one more time before time runs out, baby. I just want you try to come back. Let me come back, 'cause you give me life, baby. Strangers, I don't know how. We became strangers.
floor, make it pop, pop, pop. Get up on the
part of an interview with the subject just before LSD is to be administered.
Now listen.
This is a glass of water, colorless, tasteless. It contains 100 gamma of LSD 25, 1/10 of a milligram. The An ounce of this material will make 150,000 such doses. Let us observe the effect some 3 hours later.
Well, I just couldn't. I couldn't possibly breathe. It's here. Can you feel it? This whole room. Everything is just colored, and I can feel the air. I can see it. I can see all the molecules. Can you see it? It's right here in front of me, right now. What? Whoa!
Now listen. Now listen.
favorite song. Don't blame us, ain't no boogie. Trying to stop what I'm body rocking in my zone. What the fuck? Feeling electrified. What the fuck? Whiskey and coke all night. Gonna move it like you should. Good, 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 good times. What the fuck? Once again,
let's go.
give you
the sound that shook the ground.
Make your body dance, dance, dance. I know how to get to you to make you dance. Now dance, 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 dance. There's some things that I can do to make you dance. I know how to get to you to make you dance. Now dance, dance. There's some things that I can do to make your body dance, dance, dance. I know how to get to you to make you dance. Now dance, dance. There's some things that I can do to make your body dance, dance, dance. I know how to get to you to make you dance. Now dance, dance. There's some things that I can do to make your body dance, dance, dance. I know how to get to you to make you dance. Now dance, dance.
What the fuck? They know what is. They know what. They know. They know. They know what is what, but they don't know what is what. They just strut. What the fuck? They what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck?
Jack.